if you met the perfect man? What if you found your perfect partner? Perfectly clicked. You had everything in common. Everything was just right. Perfect sexual partner. He likes the things you're into, and he likes playing the role that you'd like him to play. Maybe you're 80% top, 20% bottom. I know, kind of too much information, but the point is, what if you found someone that was absolutely perfect for you, except he had AIDS? So there's this article from Queerty, which is an online gay rag, and this article is all about basically making you feel bad for not sleeping with or making a partner with someone that has HIV. And I'm seeing more of this kind of stuff, more of these kinds of articles, and they're basically shaming you for not sleeping with people who are HIV positive. And a lot of them are actually upset by those in the LGBT community, especially gay men, are upset that other gay men are paranoid about getting HIV. God forbid they should have any sense of self-preservation, but they do. And you have these articles about, for example, HIV positive gay guys blocked on Grindr by guys on PrEP. And it's like, well, if it's undetectable, then it's untransmittable. Are you really gonna take that risk? Should you take that risk? Should you feel guilty for not taking that risk? I think regardless of whether or not anyone can assure you that they're not transmittable or whatever, or that, you're not going to pick it up because you're on PrEP, it's still your prerogative. It's still your right to say no. And you shouldn't be guilted into sleeping with anybody or into making a partner with anybody who is HIV positive just because they insist that it's safe. We're talking about something that can end you. And you might be like, well, yeah, but we have these medicines that manage it, and it's absolutely fine now. Well, what happens when you don't have those medicines? Then what? Right now, we're living in a very privileged society where we have these medications, and right now maybe they're affordable. Maybe you get some of these medications from your local LGBT clinic. Who knows? Maybe your lifestyle is perfectly fine while things are going great. We've got a great and healthy economy, relatively speaking. But we don't know when all that's going to come crashing down, do we? And there are a lot of signs that it is going to come crashing down and that we're going to have to make a lot of sacrifices. And when it comes to recessions, medicine tends to go by the wayside. So you're really going to trust that. You're really going to risk that. You're going to risk your health knowing that you might not be able to manage HIV. I don't think that's a good idea. And I think that anyone that says they don't want to risk that is absolutely their prerogative. Now, what really gets me is that I am seeing more of these kinds of articles, and this is all coming in the wake of this law that in California, they repealed some law that basically made it a felony to knowingly transmit HIV. Yeah, they did that. It is no longer a felony in California to knowingly transmit HIV. That is insane, because for many people, it is a death sentence. Not everybody can get the medication they need. Not everybody's in that right spot in their life. They may not have all their shit together, and it's very unfortunate, and maybe it's even okay that they don't have all their shit together. Maybe they have time that they can work on that. But you want to complicate that with the transmission of HIV? I don't think that makes any sense at all. Because if they don't have their shit together now, give them HIV and it's going to take even longer. Maybe they're never going to get it together, and that'll be the end of them. And like I said, if the economy goes tits up, then we're screwed, right? If we should make those choices. It seems to me really irresponsible and very arrogant on the part of those who are pro positive people. I just don't understand it. I think that these people are looking at sex as beyond even a human right, and you might recognize that concept from a previous video about this man who jerked off his disabled son and said that that is a human right. Human sexuality is a human right. Even disabled people deserve to be jerked off. Stupid, insane shit like that. But I think that by believing it's a human right, they start taking it as an entitlement, like they deserve to be sexual even when they're transmittable or potentially transmittable. That just, it seems insane to me. And I wonder if anyone who is going along with this has any sense of self-preservation and why they think that others should be denied that sense of self-preservation, that they should try and coerce them, shame them into taking that risk. I just don't know, but I have to wonder, and I'm wondering who else is falling for this, who else actually thinks like this, because I imagine most people, even in the LGBT community, are not that crazy or stupid. They don't all have death wishes, but maybe we do. If you're trans, chances are you do have suicidal thoughts. Are you willing to risk that? I know that I've had very dark thoughts, but I would never, ever want to risk going down that way. I'd rather die with dignity, and God knows there is no dignity in dying in this way. Anyway, this is just a short video. I just thought I might bring this up to you because I think you might find it interesting that this is what the LGBT community, and most importantly, the G in the LGBT community, this aggressive, entitled letter, is pushing on the rest of the community. So let me know what you think. Do you think that this is absurd? Or do you think it's perfectly fine and we need to be more compassionate and be more willing to risk our lives? Even if there is only a 0.1%, is it still worth it? If there was a 0.1% chance of contracting Ebola from someone, would you risk it? I wouldn't. I don't want to go out that way. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and I will see you all later.